Could there finally be an answer to the mystery that has tortured a family for years?
It's been like hell to me. Sometimes I walk through the house, I just break down.
What happened to Pamela Butler, who walked through the front door of her own home and was never seen again?
I believe that she was put out of that window at the right time and put in a car and taken somewhere.
Crime Watch Daily has tracked down countless clues and stayed side by side with her loved ones. And only now, an answer out of the blue, as truth strikes like a lightning bolt in court.
I don't think there was a dry eye in that courtroom.
Police have the very last image of Pamela. It was captured on a surveillance camera at her house on a Thursday evening, 2 days before Valentine's Day, as she stepped outside to pick up her mail. She's never been seen again, a true mystery because her home in Northwest Washington, D.C. is equipped with several cameras and alarms.
Pam had two cameras that was right here on the porch that aimed at the door. One caught you as she was coming up the driveway here. She had another camera that would sit on the corner of the house here.
Was there any part of this house that was not covered by surveillance cameras?
Yes, the left side of the house here.
That's the only side.
And yet, Pamela Butler disappears, seemingly in her own house, leaving cops and family baffled.
But she was never seen leaving.
Never saw her. Never seen leaving the house.
Pamela and her new boyfriend, Jose Rodriguez Cruz, were supposed to meet her mother, 84-year-old Thelma Butler, for a Valentine's Day dinner.
But when 3 o'clock comes Saturday, and I said, well, maybe they're a little late. 4 o'clock, then call 5 o'clock, I started calling her. From 5 o'clock up until 10 o'clock.
She started calling Pam. Pam didn't answer the telephone, and she really got concerned then.
Her worried mother and brother, Derek, go to check on her house. And knowing the super neat Pamela as they do, they are alarmed at what they find.
First thing caught my eyes was this latex glove on the floor, the leg of the table, her
A
computer
latex
table.
glove?
A blue latex glove.
She had files that were sitting on the floor. She would never leave her house looking like that. I went upstairs and I looked, and the sheets were off of her bed. I saw that, I said, yes, something isn't right.
And then there's the window on that same side of the house that is not covered with a security camera.
Well, she had these type of blinds that you could either lower them from the top or lift them up from the bottom. My mother looked over at the window, she said, the blind is lifted up. She said, Pam don't lift the blinds up, she lowered them down from the top. Then we went over to the window, and the window was unlocked.
That moment, I mean, did you have that sinking feeling in your gut?
At that moment, to be honest with you, I really did. I felt like something was wrong.
Police are soon deep into Pamela's mysterious disappearance.
There's no explanation for her disappearance, which is another reason that we are acting the way that we acted with the crime scene search coming in, mobile crime coming in, and working the case for weeks and weeks on end.
But Derek and Thelma recall another detail in Pamela's house.
On the desk of the table was a note. Pam, where are you? Are we still taking your mother to dinner? I've been here looking for you.
It's from her boyfriend, 43-year-old former military policeman Jose Rodriguez Cruz. And now it seems he's apparently looking for Pam as well. Derek decides to go check in with Cruz at his home.
I told him, I said, Pam's missing. And I said, you know, normally when these things happen, you look at the boyfriend, I said, and we're looking at you.
And then Cruz stops Derek in his tracks.
He said, you know, me and Pam broke up. And he said, I haven't talked to her.
Broke up when?
One time he says Thursday, the other time he says they broke up on Friday. He said, and I'm just devastated. He said, but I didn't do anything to Pam.
But if they broke up the day before Valentine's Day, why would Cruz leave that note? And Pamela never called her mom to cancel their plans.
Pam never mentioned anything about a breakup.
No, nothing at all.
And when Derek goes home and watches videotape from Pamela's security cameras, he only becomes more concerned. Police later confiscated those tapes, but Derek says he took some good notes.
The whole time that she was missing, nobody ever comes up to her house but Jose, the mailman, and the UPS man.
But Jose told your son that they'd broken up.
That's what he says. Why will you be seen going in and out of somebody's house if you're broken up?
Cruz returns that Saturday, Valentine's Day, and stays for 2 hours.
It showed Jose going in and out of the house with bags.
Cruz later tells the Washington Post that he was only removing his things from Pamela's house.
Were you able to figure out why Pam went missing?
We do not know why she went missing as of right now, no.
But Derek has his own ideas how Pam disappeared from her home. It goes back to that window on the side of the house.
I believe that she was put out of that window at the right time and put in a car and taken somewhere. Would love to know where.
And he had a pretty good idea who did it. But at the time, no one, including Rodriguez Cruz, is named a suspect in Pamela's disappearance.
How hard has this been for your mom?
It's eating at her. She wants some closure. And one of the things that she's afraid of is that she's not going to get it before she leaves here. So I really want answers for her.
Every year after Pam goes missing, friends, family, and even law enforcement hold a candlelight vigil in her honor. And after 7 long years with seemingly no progress in the investigation, the family makes a heart-wrenching decision.
We're going to declare her dead. That's going to be very hard. It will give us just a little closure.
But not long after that, a stunning development. Cops find Cruz is hiding a dark secret. There is another missing woman in his past.
The shocking details were revealed in recent court documents on the case.
Police now say Jose's first wife, Marta Rodriguez, also disappeared in 1989 and has never been found. Not only that, prior to her going missing, he had also been charged with her abduction and assault. So the big question for police, is there a connection to Pam? Up next, cops look for the missing piece to convict a killer.
I was looking for Jose. I'm Michelle from Crime Watch Daily. Is he here?
I don't want the camera to be here.
You can point that way.
Crime Watch Daily goes on the hunt for the prime suspect. Either way, it wasn't long after that when police dug up the information about Cruz's first wife, who also disappeared under mysterious circumstances.